As for Adesanya, the former champ admitted he didn't know what his future holds after dropping his second straight bout, but he channeled Leonardo DiCaprio in The Wolf of Wall Street and declared he's not leaving complete with all the appropriate expletives. The men embraced after the fight, and again after their interviews, seeming to put the bad blood that had built between them in the past. Du Plessis was quite complimentary of Adesanya in his post-fight interview. The start of the fourth round felt very similar, with Adesanya getting good punches in, but Du Plessis once again had an answer, and before the round was through, had a sudden victory. Adesanya seemed to take back control of the fight in the third, landing a few big shots to Du Plessis' body. Adesanya also hit a pretty awesome elbow, but Du Plessis had a response with some big punching combos. Things picked up in the second round. Du Plessis shot for a takedown, and the fight finally went to the ground. Du Plessis was in control and tried to lock in chokes, but Adesanya was able to escape and get back to his feet. The champ managed at least 2 other takedowns in the frame. There were some good exchanges in a methodical first round. Du Plessis got a small cut on his forehead, but neither fighter seemed particularly worse for wear. He landed a vicious left to Adesanya's head, and shortly after followed it up with 3 strong rights to the head. He pulled Adesanya down and locked in a rear naked choke. Adesanya tapped, giving Du Plessis the submission win at 3:38 of the fourth. The fight felt evenly matched, with both combatants getting good shots and combos in throughout, but Du Plessis turned the tide suddenly. Dricus Du Plessis got Israel Adesanya to tap in the fourth round, successfully defending his middleweight championship for the first time. And still, Dricus Du Plessis vs Israel Adesanya result. So what happened? Check out all the results and highlights from UFC 305. This card was loaded with Aussies and featured an intriguing main event. Middleweight champion Dricus Du Plessis defending his title for the first time against former champ Israel Adesanya, who had the crowd behind him. UFC 305 saw fighters throwing down at the RAC Arena in Perth, Australia, on Saturday night at least. That's when Americans were watching. The actual fighting began Sunday morning on the ground in Western Australia. The UFC was down under this weekend.